Hello, friend. How are you doing? I'm so glad that you managed to get here. First of all, I want to congratulate you for being a part of this journey. Taking the first step is always the best to achieve the success that you eventually want to have. The people that you want to inspire, the person that you want to become. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is David Trevino Colunga. I come from Mexico. Right now I'm recording from my beautiful Mexico, all the way around the other side of the world. And I'm so happy to be with you guys today. Some of the features that I have or that distinguish me on the academical experience is that I underdid the International Baccalaureate program in my high school. Right now I'm studying in my university, but while in high school I was enrolled in this program and I exceeded with 40 out of 45 points, locating in the top 2.5% worldwide and top 3 in my university or in my high school. And also I have a scholarship at my university. That's how I was able to study here of academic excellence by being the first scholarship that it was offered in my school to participate for my high average of classes. So yeah, currently I'm studying economics in the University of Monterrey. Right now I'm in my third year, and I would like to specify that I am also part of other groups. I will mention that in the future to comply with some questions about how to manage and how to balance the academic life and the social life and the other experiences that we may have to make us the persons that we are today. Let me get started with some of the key points that I would recommend somebody if they want to be able to achieve this academic excellence that is characterized by why we're here in this program. One of the main things I'll recommend you is taking notes on your own way. A mistake I made was that I used to make notes with a lot of friends, and that didn't help me because I am very visual. So once you define what is your best learning type, whether you're visual, listener, kinesthetic, since I'm very visual, I like to write things on my own. That's what I have done in the past. And by writing things in my own, writing the notes, distributing it with colors, all those things, that has really helped me become the student I am today. But it's always, it's never a total requirement to make all these notes. Because sometimes people are like, well, I have a lot of things to do during class and maybe I didn't put a lot of attention. So that goes to my second point. Go and talk to your professors and ask them for some extra guidance. Trust me, it is one of the best advices somebody has given me. And once I started doing that, my whole academic life changed. Because I used to be very shy. And I was like, you know what? No, I would not talk to these professors. Why would I mind? Why would I spend all this time? What I could be playing video games, going out with my friends. And in the end, I will not perform as I would like to on the exams. So after I first went to talk to one of my professors, I had some questions about some topics of biology. So I went to talk to my teacher. And once we started getting into conversation, I realized how powerful this tool is and how beneficial it could be for you to try it. First of all, it makes you great friendships with your teachers. They are your mentors and they really have so much knowledge, so much experience And once you get to share these key moments with them, you can learn from them, learn from the best of the best, which they are. That's why they are over there in that level. And just by learning firsthand of their experiences, trust me, they'll help you immensely. And also, by having a one-to-one session with your teacher, some teachers cannot do this, so you need to find the right time. But sometimes you just go at the end of the class and go to them and be like, you know what, teacher, I'm having a lot of problems understanding this specific topic. Could I help? Could we see each other externally to review this topic? And most of the time they will agree to this. So I really recommend you to do this. You get a great experiences. And another great thing about spending time with your professors is that they can also help you with things that are extra or external to your academic process. For example, investigations, or just managing some key ideas that you may want to evolve. So perhaps, for example, I really like finance. So by spending some time with my professors, I was able to get opportunities to work on some financial projects that I wouldn't have been able to usually participate if I didn't went to them to talk to them about this. So that is incredibly good to have, and I would really recommend you to do that. So another thing that is a big question is how to prepare for that day of the exams. So first of all, have something to eat before. I usually bring snacks, so perhaps a little granola bar, or just some almonds, some nuts, even a little bar of chocolate. But going with an empty stomach to an examination is one of the worst mistakes you could have, because you're not thinking straight. So really recommend you and enforce you to do that. Just bring a little snack, have a little snack in your backpack or in your purse, on your pocket, and just have a little bite before the examination, and trust me, that will help you so much. Also, what really works for me is giving that extra study 10 minutes before the examination. So I usually study the whole night because I'm a night person. So study the whole night, and then when we're about to finish, or when we're about to enter, the examination, I just give a quick review to these topics and just like give them like this quick read. Spend, I don't know, 1 minute on a page, 30 seconds on a page. Just read it very quickly. If you're working online, we'll read the digital page very quickly. Or if you have a presentation, a PDF, a PowerPoint presentation, read it as quick as you can, but just stay with the main ideas, and trust me, that helps you so much to retrieve information at the time of doing this examination. Okay, and another key point is what to do, or how to react, or how to handle when you do not, let's call it, succeed. I wouldn't like to define if you fail an exam as if you're not successful anymore. I'm really opposed to that. I think that everybody's successful in their own way, whether you're successful in sports, in family, by public speaking, investing, school, arts. You can be successful in so many areas. And nevertheless, in case you fail an exam, or you simply do not comply as you would usually expect. So let's say you were expecting an A plus, or like 100, a 95, and in the end you end up getting a C or an 80, and you really wanted to achieve this. What I have worked, and what has really worked for me, is really go through the exam, see the key points where you messed up, and focus on that for the next part. That's kind of obvious. But when I also try to go and ask for help from my teachers. So I go with them and I'm like, you know what? I know I messed up. Please tell me, how can I not make this mistake again? That has really helped me, for example, in math. So let's say you have this big equation and you did almost all of it correctly, but you end up messing it up at the last time. At the last second, at the last equation, you confuse the minus with a plus sign or anything like that. So what could really help you is go with your teachers and be like, I know I messed up. I'm not looking for extra points because then some teachers can get defensive. I'm just looking to understand and learn for the next time. So how can I correct this mistake? And they will explain to you step by step, and eventually when you get to the final or to your next assessment, you never know when you will need that information. It is crucial to have that so you can actually in the end apply it. So that's kind of what has worked for me. And some of the things that I have changed in my life is that I used to spend my time, so much on only school, only academic things, and I will spend all my days studying for this exam and just, reading and paying all the attention and all that. And eventually I realized, you know what, maybe this is not what it is about. And I started getting involved in some extracurricular activities. You could try to get involved in your local school or your community. Go to some leaders that you appreciate, that you seek up to, and go like, you know what could I learn from you? What can I help you with? I want to get involved. I want to learn. I want to understand and get new experiences, because these experiences open doors for you. And eventually you will reach a position where people can actually look up to you, and then they will go and ask you, how can I do this? How can I participate? And you will be this mentor to them that once a mentor was to you. So I first started off as only a kid who wanted to focus on academics. And then a friend of mine invited me to join a group. It's a Catholic group. It's very common here in Mexico. And it's an activity where we go to marginalized communities to help them whatever they need. It's called Misiones. Actually, I'm wearing a shirt right now of it. And I first got invited and I was very skeptical about it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to waste my vacations. I will not have time to study. I will not be prepared enough. What if I fail? But I said, you know what? I shall do it. Why not? You only live once, okay? So I tried this, and I cannot assure you, I cannot express with words how big my life changed after that. So this was a 360-degree change in my life, because now I was able to learn and experience so many new opportunities outside of the academic part. But then some questions arise, like how to balance this. Right now I'm involved in approximately like 5-6 external groups, which take me so much time and involve me so much time. Sometimes I actually do not put as much attention as I will need to my classes. So what I have done recently is organizing all of this on a calendar. On an online calendar, I use Google Calendar. This is what works best for me. So I put everything in the calendar, like literally every single thing. If it's feeding my pets, if it's washing clothes, if it's doing this homework, obviously attending to classes. So I have all my classes in the calendar, one after the other, just to see the calendar and be like, okay, you know what? I can do this. I can organize my time better. And I think this is one of the things that the pandemic has really taught us, is that by staying at homes, at our houses, we have we could organize our time a bit better because we didn't spend all this time transporting ourselves to different places. So that's what has really worked for me. Just simply getting to organize my time better on a calendar to see it very visually, because once again, I am very visual. So that's what really helps me. And another thing, right now I do not have it with me at the moment, but I have a whiteboard where I write all my ideas of the day, of the week, of the year. Right now I'm focusing on some business ideas I have. So every single idea that I have, I write it. And I write it. And why do I write it? Because eventually, every single night, every single day, I see this opportunity. I see all these new records of the ideas I have. And that's how I focus on these new ideas, and that's how I visualize where I want to be. That's how I visualize why am I doing what I'm doing right now. And that kind of helps me with motivation a bit. So yeah, that's kind of my experience. That's my life. Once again, I am David Trevino. Thank you so much for accompanying me in a bit part of my journey on how have I excelled in this academic section. I really hope you get to experience and learn so many things from this the Blueprint Academic Excellence conference. I look forward to meeting you on the questions and answers. And yeah, take care, have an amazing day, and we will see each other soon. Bye.